Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Rob, Walrus Edition Part 2. Now in this edition, we're going to do something special, something that's never been done before in the history of Cooking with Rob. We're going to, that's right, use a recipe. But don't worry, I know what you're thinking. But Rob, you have a beard. People with beards are leaders, not followers. But there's always a first time for everything. Now the recipe we will be using will be from the Cooking Alaskan book by Alaskans. It was recommended to me by my step-aunt-in-law. Yeah, step-aunt-in-law. There's a special recipe, several just for walruses. Here's what you need. 4 walrus steaks. Cooking fat, bacon grease, always. Salt and pepper to taste. Flour, thick. Onion flakes. Ketchup. Water. Now for tonight, I'm cooking for 2, if you know what I mean. That's part of the reason why I'm using a recipe, because not only do I have to eat this, but so does my wife. So, first things first, before I even start anything, take out this homemade knife that my brother made me. Open up the dark, oily walrus meat, take it on out of there, and slice it in half to make 2 steaks of about equal size. Now originally I wanted my custom-made hunting knife to taste polar bear blood as its first meal. Unfortunately, it will have to settle for the second most amazing marine animal in the area, walrus. Step 1. Take your coarse flour, pound it into the meat until the meat will take no more. Got a mold made here, help with the tap. Take some flour, spread it over your steaks. Delicious. Heat cooking fat in a frying pan. Yum. Pan fry steaks until brown. Now I cook about 4 minutes on each side and then flip. Nice and brown on the bottom. And I shake it around in the oil to make sure that it doesn't stick to the pan. And we'll brown this side, then on to the next step. Alright, it's nicely browned. Add salt and pepper to taste. Salt and pepper to taste. Two tablespoons of onion flakes. 1, 2, oops, 3. I know what you're thinking. You can't even follow a recipe. 1/4 cup of ketchup. And then 1 cup of water. Alright, now we're going to let this cook for 1 to 2 hours. This is very important. First, it will make the meat softer, more tender, and second, there are some parasites that live inside walruses, as you may have heard from my last video. So it is very, very important, oops, there's my timer going off, that you cook it for 1 to 2 hours so you don't get worms, kids. Now I've got the lid on to preserve some of the heat. Deep cook that meat. Of course I can't leave it alone, so I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce here. Guys with beards are not good at following directions. 1, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. And why not some minced garlic? Can't go wrong with minced garlic. About 1.5 tablespoons. Make sure you get some of that oil out of the minced garlic. I'm gonna mix it around, put the top back on, and let it cook for that 1 to 2 hours. I know, forever. I'm hungry now. Tips and tricks for waiting. Do the dishes. Ladies love it when you do the dishes.
Yeah, let's do this thing. Yeah. Let's do the thing.
2 hours and done. Cooked down quite a bit. Nice gravy in the bottom. Gonna let it cool down for a bit, and then I've selected some people to come taste test, and we'll film the footage. Dig in, team. Dig in.
Okay, so it's very dark looking stuff.
That is really good. Yeah. Actually, I already had some that's really good.
But it does remind me of the coloring of the curry.
Yeah, it's good cooked.
It's really good. You cooked it a long time, huh?
About 2 hours, yeah. So be honest.
I didn't think it'd be so tender.
What does it taste like to you? Or is it similar, or?
It's not fishy. I don't order that fishy, gamey.
No.
That's what I like. I was thinking it was gonna taste. I thought you were gonna make it like
It's kind of like that.
raw.
Mm.
And I was like,
The really
Excellent.
stringy roast, you know, that they make the shredded beef, I think.
Yeah, like beef,
Like
yeah.
the shredded beef.
But I don't usually
That's
like
shredded.
it.
Have you guys
Yes.
had muskox before?
Look how
Yeah,
stringy it
I've
is.
had muskox, and it does taste a lot like muskox.
Mm-hmm.
I like, it's not, the shredded beef
Without
usually is too bland.
Yeah,
I love it. You
without
have a
musk, yeah.
zest in it.
Well, I'm glad you like it, because I was worried.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, very
Really
nice.
good. Can I take my half back?
As you saw, we had 5 diners. All of them love the Walrus. It was a great recipe, so thank you, Leanne. Also, thank you, Malignac, for donating the Walrus meat to us. Smashing success. I highly recommend it, as do the other diners. So, if you want to try Walrus, this is the way to go. Cheers.